Today is Tuesday, May 5th, 2015, and the title of this rant is that I would like the clown car references on the progressive side to stop. Yesterday, Carly Fiorina and Dr. Ben Carson announced their candidacies for president on the Republican side. The next one that's going to announce is going to be ex-Governor Mike Huckabee, who's going to announce pretty soon. And what I'm seeing a lot is a lot of sarcasm, a lot of hypocrisy. Well, I won't use the term hypocrisy. Let's just say a tremendous amount of sarcasm, especially when we're talking about these clown cars. This is what I know about, let's just say, these three that are going in right now. Extremely intelligent people. They all have held high office. They all have their own shtick. They know what works for them. And they all firmly believe in their cause, and they are willing to amend their perception of things so that it further fits their cause. Some of the things that as progressives we might say that we were not willing to do. Now let's be straight. I don't agree with anything that they do, but I could never hold a position of authority like Carly Fiorina did with Hewlett-Packard. And even though there are a lot of things that we could say that she might have done wrong with Hewlett-Packard, they got rid of the person that came after her pretty quickly also. They didn't give that guy much of a chance. There's also some talk that they might have given that to her strictly because they knew that bad things were coming up. And they knew that they could make her a fall person pretty quickly. But she obviously has a tremendous resume. She's worked at the highest levels in the corporate world. She got a great golden parachute that allows her to do all this stuff. Something, hey, I'd like to get something right now. I don't know, she's pretty close in age to me. Dr. Ben Carson, obviously a neurosurgeon, which none of us that I'm speaking to right now will probably ever be capable of doing. If I remember, my first recollection about hearing about him was that he was the doctor who headed the surgery team at Hopkins in 1986, 85, 87, something like that, to separate twins that were, what's the term, co-congealed at the head. And I believe that operation took more than a day. They had to have, I don't remember how many, but dozens of people technically involved as you went from one shift to the other with, in terms of nurses, anesthesiologists, having all of the equipment there, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He directed the whole thing and participated in it. So he has tremendous amount of capability, a very, very smart person. Again, I don't agree with his philosophy. And if we go to Mike Huckabee, again, a governor, he got elected. He seems to have gained his weight back, but and he really is playing the religious right card very, very tightly. So let's just get this. All of these people are more capable than I will ever be. All of these people have firmly, deeply held beliefs. All of them are willing to change those beliefs to fit the narrative that they need to fit in. But that is what works and what works well on the Republican side. That works. All right? And because if you're Sheldon Adelson or you're the Koch brothers or you're somebody else who has got a lot of money, guess what? You're very competitive. And you can look at these people and see how driven they are. And you are willing to put up that kind of money. And, of course, with putting up that kind of money, you want certain results. And guess what? They know the results that you want without even having to ask. So Carly Fiorina, Ben Carson, Mike Huckabee, and plus all the rest of them, they know what Sheldon Adelson wants. They know what the Koch brothers want. They don't have to be told what the Koch brothers want. They know. And as I said, they're very competitive people, the people that are giving out this money. And so they've got it. They're going to toe the line. They know what needs to be done. Now, let me be very frank again. I know who these people are. I understand their grand plan for living. I understand their shtick. I understand their ideology. I don't agree with any of that. Right? But I would ask my sisters and brothers on the progressive side is that let's continue to talk, hone in, day out. on the policy features of all of them, and that the policy features do not fit in line, and the politics do not fit in line with the vast majority of American people. Because as I've said before, I think there might be four things that will determine this election, or four things that will be very big in this election. Number one, gay marriage. Number two, climate change. Number three, comprehensive immigration reform. And number four, the minimum wage. You could throw into that jobs, 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 jobs. And on all of those subjects, the vast majority of the American people are much more in line with whatever Democratic candidate comes through, as opposed to any Republican candidate. Because as far as I'm concerned, they say that there might be as many as 20 of them. I'd have to start counting them off, but I think I can count about 10 or 12 right now. But their policy, it doesn't make any difference which one runs. They're all going to toe the line. You know, they're not going to change. They're not going to go be for minimum wage. They're going to deny. They're going to try and waddle around climate change. They're going to be for the comprehensive immigration reform as long as we secure the borders first. And they're going to waddle around gay marriage. So that's what it's going to be. And I'm asking my sisters and brothers on the progressive side, stop with this clown car crap. Talk about the policy. Talk about the politics. Talk about it to the American people. Don't just ram this through other progressives and so they can laugh. Ha ha. You know, this is very important. These people are driven, and they will do anything to get what they need to get. And it's going to be a long, hard slog, and we need to convince a lot of people where we stand.